Hi, my name is Eric, and welcome back to the channel. So today, I thought we'd kind of go off topic again and talk about depression and what's going on today. And I see it especially affecting our youth, our young people, of feeling lonely and not connecting to other people. And for me, it's kind of like it attributed it to the way our young are exposed to each other. See, we're human, we're very social. And the best way to become social is in person with other people, right? But the technology age has taken that away from our youth. And even a lot of people our age are no longer going out and hanging out with friends, doing things together. They're home on their phones and they're either chatting or Snapchatting but it's very impersonal. You don't get the connection of something long-lasting. See, we lose too many people every year to suicide. And that is basically where everybody falls into that category of the feeling of lonely, hopelessness, no way out. And most of them haven't been equipped yet how to deal with situations like that because they haven't experienced it before. But I can speak from personal experience of my younger years having bouts of depression. And let me say right there, so there is no confusion, we all feel loneliness at times. We all feel sad, hopeless. But it's normally something that comes in and goes out, right? If you've lost someone that passed away that you loved, you're very sad, lonely, and sometimes you feel hopeless. But eventually, you'll work that grief out, right, over a period of time, and then go on with your life. Where someone with clinical depression could have on the outside, looks like everything is going great for them. But on the inside, it's a continual turmoil of feeling hopeless, lonely, even lonely among themselves in a crowd of people, per se. But the biggest thing, I also see is people getting together and settling. See, guys are different than gals. In so many different ways. See, part of what I'm seeing too is, I'm not going to blame the feminist movement per se, but they wanted everything that the guy had or could do. And what they ended up doing was doing everything they could to squash their competition. And that meant squashing the men down to a point of where they feel like they're beaten down. It's hard for young men these days to try to make their way. And this is nothing against you single moms, so don't take it the wrong way. But you're their mom. For young males, they need a role model. They need a male figure in their life that can teach them how to become a man and the values and so forth. And if they don't have that, then how are they supposed to know how to become a man? if they have nobody to, the only one that they can role model after is their mom, right? That is on you dads for not being out there helping raise your kids. Even if your son's mother, and you are not getting along, that is no reason why you should not be involved in your son's life. Period. But what I found was that a lot of couples settle for something less than what they had hoped for, and then expect the other person to change after they've been together for a while. I give the example of the young lady, attracted to the drunk to try to save him. But you have no control over his drinking. And this thought that you're going to make him change, is asinine. Until he decides he wants to change, there's not going to be any change. But yet, couples get together and they overlook certain things, thinking that they can change that person over time. And then they get upset because that person is being the person that they were before you got married. Why would you think that person would be any different? The only one that has control over that person is themselves. The biggest way to combat loneliness is, first of all, you have to be able to put up with yourself. You have to be able to be comfortable with yourself that I can go long periods of time without social interactions. I feel comfortable in being me. I don't need to impress anybody. I don't need to, touchy-feely and all that stuff. But it took a while, quite a while, to get to that point, even when I was in my 30s, of where I liked myself and I enjoyed spending time with myself. Because up until that point, I hated myself. I hated everything about myself. See, you may have done things in the past that you're not, you wish never happened, okay? But all you can do is start today, right? Today forward. And with that understanding going today forward, you also have to understand that the only person you have power over to change is yourself and nobody else. See, I equate it to the relationship that my wife and I have. Is I don't need her in my life. I'm very independent. I do things my own way, and that's the way she likes me for being me. And she's not trying to change me. And the same holds true for her, is that I have no power to change her, even if I wanted to change her, which I don't. I mean, I'm not sure if you understand that too. If you're feeling lonely and you hook up with somebody that isn't the right person just so that you're not alone, I think makes you lonelier. Because you're not getting that bonding. You're not getting what you need from a relationship. But you have to come into a relationship from a position of strength. And not, I'm going to be the boss. I mean, a position of strength, knowing that you're fine with just yourself. So you're not looking to have the other person change. When you find that right person, they're going to be the same way. They're going to be themselves. And that's all you want them to be, is themselves. If that makes any sense. Once you've accomplished being content with you and spending time with yourself, you're always going to have that hole, that you feel like you're missing something. And, I used to say, why would anybody like you if you hate yourself so much? Wouldn't they hate you too? Sometimes we're our own worst enemies. So in order to be able to come into a healthy relationship, we need to have a relationship with ourselves first. And we need to come to terms and figure out a way that we're content and happy with spending time with each other, me and myself. When you're looking for a relationship, you don't want to come in being the needy person. I've seen relationships where, strong people hook up with needy people because they feel that they got to have this or that, And that never works, because that person is always needy. The other person can never fill that need because they're always needy, because they haven't yet dealt with how to feel good about themselves with themselves. Right? And it kind of steps back to like the feminist movement, where, and this is no slight on anybody. This is just Eric 101 talking, But you guys have spent so much time smashing males down to try to supposedly get to their level. You've forgotten the most important thing. And you're probably sitting there wondering, what is that most important thing that you're going to come out with? Is you had it all along. You gals have had it all along. You've always been better than us, but you never saw it. Most guys don't want to change. But women felt they need to be more like guys and hold the same positions and do the same things and on and on and on. That, equal rights and so forth. I get all that. But just follow me down this path, the old rabbit hole, right? When guys are looking to settle down, they're looking to the other one of someone that can raise a family together and grow old with. Does that make any sense? And most women, when they get ready to settle down, they're looking for a secure guy that's a provider, that is kind of like their little hero, and that they want to spend the rest of their life with. Not once did I mention looks. Because I can tell you, looks come and go. But you're always the same person, right? And if you're not superficial, and you're looking for that right partner, superficial only lasts long. So narcissists and stuff like that, they're just it's not gonna work. Barbie and Ken, those relationships just do not work. But going back to what I'm telling you gals, that you had it all, is simple. When it comes to the female in that relationship, in that home, who runs the home? She does. When the kids are having problems, they fall down, they get hurt, who do they go running to? Not dad. They run to mom, because mom will make it better. Mom runs the household. Mom rears the kids. We take part as guys, but mom is the one raising those kids, and she's going to raise those kids the way she feels is best. And 99% of the time, she is the boss. And this is going to make you laugh a little bit. You let us be the boss when it's good for you, okay? In a good, healthy relationship, the guy is not the boss. He's not. He's not overbearing. He's very, he's a provider. He needs to be propped up at times. And who does that? Mom, right? So you gals had it all. But yet you wanted to be like the guy that was being put in charge only when mom said it was okay, allowed it. And I think, there's a lot of females out there right now, a lot of you women that are moms that know exactly what I'm saying, that you are the boss. And you allow us to be the boss when it's convenient for you. But you want a strong provider. You want someone that can lift you up when you need to be lifted up at times because you're just overexhausted. But you're the pivotal person in that relationship. Mom. So we need to get past this loneliness and hopelessness by simply enjoying spending times with ourselves. That way, when we get into any kind of a relationship, whether it's platonic or it's serious, that we're not coming in broken. That we can stand on our own 2 feet, and the person that we're looking at is standing on their own 2 feet. And we're not looking to change each other because we like each other just the way they are, just the way each other are. When it comes to depression, chronic depression, and that, you may need more help than just being, good with yourself. Because sometimes if you have a chronic depression or severe depression, finding that no matter how hard you try, may need to have medications involved, okay? And that doesn't mean you're any less of a person. Actually, I would look up to you more than I would. I would think more of you if you got the help you needed versus not getting the help you needed. Because you're not alone. There's a lot of lonely people out there that feel helpless and so forth. We just need to know how to change the trend, the cycle, so that you're happy and content with yourself first. And you guys that are out there looking to settle down, and you're looking for somebody to raise kids together and spend the rest of your life with, they're there. They're still there. You just gotta look a little harder, but they're there. And you're not gonna find them on your phone, on your computer. A lot of the relationships that are going on through the phone and stuff like that are not real relationships. You need to be together and spend time together, because people can make you think that they're something that they aren't when it comes to the phone and the internet. Whereas in person, if you've known them over a couple months, I mean, you're not going to marry somebody after, dating them for 3 weeks, right? You're probably going to date for over a year. And during that year, you're going to get to know that person. And you're going to want to spend more time with that person. That's how you ditch the cycle and bring it back. So for you guys that are feeling depressed and suicidal, you're not alone. Don't do it. Hang tight. That's all I can tell you. Be strong. There are crisis numbers that you can call to help get you through it. And do something good for yourself. All right, you guys have a great day.